Let me tell you a simple story, not about money charts, not about economics, just a normal everyday situation that why so many people feel broke even when they're earning good money. Imagine two people. One owns a small grocery store, the other works there. The owner opens the shop every morning, manages inventory, deals with suppliers, and pays employees. The worker shows up on time, does their job, and gets paid every 2 weeks. Now here's the important part. Both of them might drive similar cars. Both might use the same phone, and both might live in similar neighborhoods. From the outside, they look equal, but they are not living the same life. If the store closes for a month, the owner will feel it, but they'll survive. If the worker misses a month of work, life immediately goes into panic mode. That difference right there explains almost everything. That is the difference between being middle class and being working class today. Most people don't want to hear this, but middle class is no longer about how much you earn. It's about how long you can survive without earning. If your paycheck stops and your life collapses, you're not middle class, you're working class. Even if your salary sounds impressive. This is where people get confused. They think middle class means a certain lifestyle, a certain house, a certain car, a certain phone, vacations once a year, eating out without checking prices. But that's not middle class. That's just spending. Real middle class has always been about control. Control over time, control over decisions, control over emergencies. If you don't have that control, then you're just a worker with nicer stuff. And this is where the trap starts. Most working class people today are living like they're middle class. They earn a salary, they upgrade their lifestyle, they take on fixed expenses, they lock themselves into payments, they build a life that looks stable, but is actually fragile. Everything works as long as the paycheck keeps coming, and that's the problem. Because the moment something goes wrong, the stress hits instantly. A job loss, a health issue, a family emergency, even burnout. Suddenly, the lifestyle that looked normal becomes unbearable. Not because you were irresponsible, not because you were lazy, but because your life was built on the assumption that money would never stop. That assumption is what separates working class from middle class. Middle class lives are built to absorb shocks. Working class lives are built to survive only when everything goes right. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of people earning good money today are still working class. They don't like that word because it sounds like failure. But it's not an insult. It's a description of dependency. If your income is your only safety net, you are dependent. Dependency is the defining feature of the working class. Now let's talk about why this is happening. Decades ago, a middle-class lifestyle could be supported by one income. Housing was cheaper, healthcare was manageable, education didn't require lifelong debt. One person could work, the family could live, and there was margin left over. That margin mattered, because margin creates options. If something went wrong, there was time to react. Someone could step back, someone could step in. Life didn't collapse overnight. Today, most people don't have margin. They earn more, but they also commit more. They buy the house the bank says they can afford. They take the car loan that fits the budget. They subscribe to the lifestyle everyone around them has. Every decision is based on maximum approval, not minimum safety. So what happens? All income becomes required income. There is no buffer. There is no breathing room. That's not middle class. That's working class with higher stress. And this is where people make the biggest mistake. They think the solution is earning more. A raise comes in, lifestyle expands, stress stays the same. More money didn't fix the problem because money was never the problem. The problem was that expenses were built without margin. Here's a simple rule that explains everything. If you need your full income just to survive, you're working class. Middle class is when survival does not require full effort. That doesn't mean life is easy. It means life is stable. Most people today don't want stability. They want the appearance of success. And appearance is expensive. That's why so many people feel stuck even when they're doing better than before. Now let me make this even simpler. Imagine your life as a bridge. On one side is your income. On the other side are your expenses. Working class lives build the bridge as tight as possible. Every plank is used, every inch is filled. There is no space left. Middle class lives build the bridge with extra room. Some planks aren't carrying weight. Some space is unused. That unused space is not wasted, it's safety. Working class people see unused money as wasted money. Middle class people see unused money as protection. That mindset difference changes everything. Now here's the hard part. Living like your real class feels uncomfortable at first. If you're working class but try to live like middle class, you'll feel pressure. You'll feel behind. You'll feel cheap. You'll feel like you're not progressing. But that discomfort is temporary. The stress of pretending is permanent. Most people would rather feel comfortable today than safe tomorrow. That choice keeps them trapped. Living like your real class means making boring decisions. Driving the car longer, living in a slightly less impressive place. Saying no to upgrades you technically can afford. It means explaining to people why you're not upgrading even though you got a raise. It means ignoring social pressure. It means choosing peace over appearance. And yes, it looks like falling behind. But here's what actually happens over time. When you stop stretching your income to its limit, something changes. You breathe easier. You stop panicking over small problems. You stop feeling like one mistake will ruin everything. That's when real progress starts. Not because you earned more, but because you finally stopped overcommitting. This is the part nobody talks about. Most financial stress isn't caused by lack of money. It's caused by lack of flexibility. Flexibility is the real wealth. If you can say no to bad situations, you have power. If you can slow down when needed, you have control. If you can survive disruption, you have security. That's middle class. And it has nothing to do with how expensive your lifestyle looks. This is why so many people feel cheated. They did what they were told. They studied. They worked. They earned more. But nobody told them that upgrading lifestyle without upgrading margin is a trap. Nobody told them that comfort can become a cage. Nobody told them that looking successful costs more than being secure. So here's the line you need to hear clearly. Stop living like you're middle class when you're actually working class. That doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means aligning your life with reality. It means building a foundation before building an image. It means understanding that survival comes before status. When you do that, something important happens. Money stops controlling your emotions. Decisions stop feeling urgent. Life stops feeling fragile. You don't feel rich. You feel calm. And calm is underrated. Because calm means you're not constantly afraid of tomorrow. This isn't about giving up ambition. It's about delaying consumption. It's about building stability before style. People who escape financial stress don't do it by earning the most. They do it by refusing to live one class above their leverage. They live like they're working class while building towards something better. That's the quiet path. No applause, no flexing, no validation, but it works. And once you feel the difference between fragile comfort and real stability, you never want to go back. So if your paycheck stops and your life falls apart, don't beat yourself up. Just tell yourself the truth. You're working class. And that's okay. What matters is whether you keep pretending or start building something real.